My name's Mike. Uh, but you can't see me right now. But you're going to see me in a second. I'm going to make it all colorful. Now, which pick do you think I'm going to make? Right? Everybody has to make a pick. Right? So I picked this. My NCAA pool, but it's meaningless because there's no money involved. Right? No money. But I set up my desk so I could do it. This is not a desk. Mm-mm. These are pieces of paper and I can't see. I'm not blind. No. I have a computer on with a cracked screen. I have two cell phones that I just set up with my new phone number. I have two phone numbers now, right? And I could give them out to girls if I wanted to. Already gave them out to boys, right? Some girls know my phone number, right? Let's see, my family knows my phone number. My friends know my phone number, but they don't know my other phone number, right? But it takes time. So you need two phone numbers to set up two phones. So you put all your finances on one phone, and then you say, well, I haven't finished up setting up the second phone yet. Okay, then you say, I'm going to finish up with my second phone, but you need the first phone to set up the second phone, right? Okay, so this phone I just set up, right? Looks dangerous, right? No, there's my phone number. You just saw it. There's the time. Now, if it's 5:44 in the morning, that means you have 15 minutes to put in your picks, right? I mean, you don't think it's March Madness? Well, as soon as I got up this morning at 3:30, I'm thinking, wow, what am I going to do? It's the quietest time of the night. Not when you live with somebody who almost destroyed you again yesterday. Now, don't forget, taxes are due. The NCAA tournament's playing. I'm going to break this phone, right? Look, it's got a password on there. Think you can get in? There's a soft landing. Here's my other phone. So you need three phones, which I have three phones. I gave one away. Dumb, stupid, it's dumb. I was trying to get rid of kids. Gave away a hat too. Okay, so I gave away stuff, right? I gave away money, wallet, keys, all of it. Now, you wonder which company I work for. Okay, I don't work for anybody. But I did make a new friend on Facebook. Granted, she's a princess from another country, but I did a curtsy to make sure I could post on her page, which is courtesy because she's a real princess of a real country. Seems insignificant, right? Oh, but I laid the charm on her. But she's way too young for me. You know what boys say about girls? They're never too young or old. Okay, let's get to the NCAA tournament. That's why I did it. Okay, here's why I put colors up. Okay, now you might wonder why I have free light. Okay, now you wonder why I picked green. Look at all those numbers, right? It's like playing poker in the morning, right? Or cards, whatever it is. Now, you wonder which one's on top. I can't see it. There's not enough overhead light. This one's a free flashlight, though, right? It's got the solar panel on there and everything, but it's crooked. See how it doesn't sit right? So now I have 9 solar flashlights. 9 of them, right? 9 of them. This one is it's almost dead because it doesn't have the security aspect of it anymore. the one over here does. It's much brighter. I haven't used it yet. Look how bright the pool looks. I know. I can play on a trampoline. It's like jumping into a pool very early in the morning, and you say, "Whoa! I know how to trampoline at night." Now you wonder if you can read it from there. You can see it. It says Auburn, Michigan. That's the Sweet 16. There's one, two, three, four. Right. This one's Auburn, Michigan. This was Ole Miss, Michigan State. This was BYU, Alabama. This one's Duke and Arizona. Okay, here we are over on the other side, right? Okay, here's the other side. Now this is the west. Now it's just a coincidence. It's directly facing west. Now, the way I'm pointing with this flashlight is directly west. There's no question about it. Okay, over here you have Florida, Maryland. This is Texas Tech, Arkansas. This is Houston and Purdue, and Kentucky and Tennessee. Now, which one has the biggest spotlight on them right now? It's got to be the dollar pool, right? Nah, I put green stickers on so I can see them at night. Now, you want to know if the glass is half empty or half full, right? Oh, believe me, it's full. Oh, my glass is completely empty, right? It looks like I'm going to put a dagger through my skull. Oh, I'm not. I can hang it around and I'm going to go blind. No, I'm not. Now, do you think the glass is half empty or half full? You can't see it. Let's come back over here. Now, you wonder why I can do that. Which glass is half empty and which glass is half full? I'm still going to pick by 6 o'clock, right? So I'll pick them. That was only 5 minutes, 7 minutes on the clock. I'll listen to it because I'm having fun. Guess which glass is going to be empty soon? Now you wonder why I have a guitar right in that room? This glass I never take to this side of the room. Everything needs to change. Everything. Looks like it's one of those, like, pick a lottery, right? No, there's pills in here. Over the counter, one's a multivitamin, one's a turmeric, one's a fiber pill, and the other one is actually medicine, which costs money, right? Because I was on Medicaid from the United States. Don't forget, I was a Medicaid certified officer, and I approved almost 100. I didn't approve everybody, but I had almost a 100% rating. I missed one case. One. Others were not as good. We're talking about public funding. Now, the people from the other countries are going to say, wait a second. We don't care about the United States. That's a sad fact. Even though the princess is from another country. Right? Do you think she cares about the United States? Do you think the people on this pool that are in those basketball games, and I was playing basketball out front on a court, I was doing my behind the backs, I made my own basketball court. It took courage to do it. I had to go out and bounce a basketball with those things. You know, with this, with the spotlight over here. You know, with the headphone, so you don't hear your neighbors. Just like I hear them right now. I had to create a distraction because get it, when you do 12,000 steps in one day, you say, geez, man. Now I hear them. See, they're already up at 4 a.m. Now, it looks like I might drop that thing, right? No, it's spotlight, just like they do in the tournament. Don't forget, I can bounce on a trampoline, too. Yeah, my ex-wife, she could, too. Called a diving board. And I told some of the swimmers on one of my groups on Facebook, which they're bigger than and better than me for sure. And some of them were bigger, better. Don't forget, divers are small. Not many big divers in the world. Now you wonder which one goes first. Pills, you know, over the counter supplements. So at approximately 7 a.m., when that thing goes up and all those little cell phones come off of their bedtime mode, I'm going to put on this thing and say, what did I eat? And it's pretty good. You know, I can juggle. And I'm thinking, I live at a golf course, basically. But when you pick up a golf club and you know you can smack it really far, you have to be careful because you might hit somebody. Mm-hmm. Just like when I played hockey and you swing a hockey stick, you might hit somebody. You might hit a car. You might hit something, right? So I've done this before last year, right? So I'm sitting there. This is last year with a baseball bat, similar. I'm sitting there thinking there's a couple right there. I'm going to aim. I know I can't reach them because it's a big open park. I'm going to aim right for them because I know I can't reach them. Same thing today with a golf club and a real golf ball. I'm thinking, dude's out there doing a lawn with one of those air blowers, not using not using these things, but I can hear his motor. Same thing over here. I can hear the trash truck doing it. Same thing over here. I can hear the dumpster doing it. Same thing over here. I can hear them with their horns. Same thing over here. I can hear them with their motors and their kids slamming their doors. I can hear them, so you have to play the game of noise. Right? So here's my last pills. You think I could swallow 3 of them at the same time? Of course. It'll stab, but you have to hold it for a while. So I end up with 2 golf balls. I aim right for the guy with the, I can see he's blowing leaves, doing gardening. So I might as well do gardening too with my 8-iron. It's not even mine. I borrowed from whoever, hit me downstairs. Same thing. I aim right for him. He's entertaining the homeowner who's pointing, I want this, and so I aim right for him. Right for the house because I know I can't reach them. I put it directly in there. I look like, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's in the bushes. So I take the second ball, just line it straight out there. All right, so now I got the first ball, which is right where I want it, and the other one is in the bushes. I'm like, well, at least I didn't hit the house. I knew I'd come up short. Right, and I'm looking. I see it. Oh, I hit it right near that tree. There's no question about it. I'm looking there. I'm in there swinging, going in there. No tick coming around. Nothing, normal chaos, chasing geese. Then I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to pick the pool by 6, right? 3 minutes left. Okay, well, I'll go to maybe 6:15. So I'm going to pick the pool eventually. I read you the names. So I'm aiming for the house directly over this side, the east side of the house over there. See how the light just went out? I'm going to push it on again. Watch. When you get within 6 feet of these things, they'll come right on. You get blinded by the light, right? Okay, so you come back and you say, well, okay, I'm missing a golf ball. I mean, that's a $3 to $5 golf ball. I'm like, I've done worse. I've broken hockey sticks worth more than those things. But I made another one, which is kind of like a reaper stick, I call it, right? But that's irrelevant because a hockey stick is kind of like a golf club, right? They're heavier, but they're this one. I'll tell you about the hockey stick later. But anyway, so I'm golfing over there, and I'm like, nah, I'm not giving up. That's a $5 golf ball. No way. It's white. I can be able to see it, of course. So I'm mushing through all the dead leaves from the winter, you know, the winter is not over yet. It's 35 degrees out there. So I'm looking in there, swiping all the stuff, no golf ball. I'm like, nah. It must have bounced. Sure enough, I eventually found it because it was white. I'm like, okay. All I have to do is chip it out. And I'm chipping it out, and I lose it again, but I know it's out of the bushes. I know it's there. I know for a fact it's there. And I still can't find it because it's in a bunch of leaves. I start bashing the leaves around, and then I have it. Okay, now I have an audience, right? So now I know I have an audience because the guy is within 20 yards of me. He's like, he didn't even flinch because he wasn't running his motor. He knew not to disturb me because I was doing a good thing for the environment. So he knew not to, interrupt me. So he just comes back around. Now I have an audience, right? So I have the birds on me, right? The birds are laughing at me, which I love to laugh at birds. That depends on how loud they get. I have my earmuffs on because I can't hear them, but I can hear them just enough. So I start aiming for the geese right in this pond over here, and I can boom it over the pond. But I won't do that because if I come up short, I'll never find that ball. Back to the hockey stick. Okay, so we had a shaft, which is a professional hockey stick, right? I'm thinking there's no way I'm throwing that away. No way. There's not even a possibility that I'm throwing that away. Nothing. Zero. Okay, so then this guy throws away sports equipment all the time. And he does a good thing because we recycle everything. So he knows that if I see something, I'll take it and use it instead of throwing it away. I know what to throw into the trash. I know what to throw into the recycle bin. I know not to throw away good stuff. It's just stupid. He does it all the time. I won't. I'll look at it to say, well, is it worth keeping? He's got professional hockey blade, wooden one, no handle, no shaft. I'll think, I'm going to put the shaft in the stick myself. It doesn't work because the shaft is broken. Okay. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, he's got so much junk around in front of his house. I'm just going to clean it up because I want my flower bed to look nice. The flower bed that's outside with those big yellow tulips out there right now. As a matter of fact, I have some in the other room I should bring in to make it look nice. I was thinking about doing that, then I realized, well, I got to order more food. Look, they're already up. This is 6 a.m. people. Yes, the buses start over here at 6 a.m. here. 95 is constant. I-95 corridor across the major interstate called the East Coast of the United States. And don't forget, I was playing basketball, and I'm going to be out there again. When you do 12,000 steps and like 4,000 are in a basketball court right at your front door that you just made out of a tree, which is really high. I'm sitting there thinking, well, whoa, I can dunk on my tree. Hear it? Oh, I hear it. That's the motor. You can. There's a highway here and there's a highway here. I can hear both of them. That's either. Nah, it's too early for a plane. Anyway, so I'm out there back to the hockey stick. Okay, the hockey stick. There's a U clamp. Car people know what a U clamp is. You get one of those, girls don't understand what it is. You get a clamp that has a screwdriver, and then you put it in there, and then you think, well, I'm just going to screw it in there. It doesn't work. So then I'm trying for an hour to get the hockey stick right. Finally get it right, and then I realize it's not tight enough. It comes out. Then I have it back in. All I have to do is readjust it. Then I have it readjusted, and then I'm thinking, well, it works, right? I click it down once. You have to test it. I click it down once, see if it works. It starts bending like a reaper stick. And whoever does hay baling knows what a reaper stick is. It's one of those big things with the big. It looks like the Grim Reaper. You know, the Grim Reaper, the thing that comes out at night. It's a hockey stick, but it's got this huge thing on there, right? Very dangerous. It's dangerous, but not too dangerous. And then I have the hockey stick with the blade on there, which pivots, right? But it's attached. It won't come off because it's got a U clamp on there. It won't come off. I pulled it, tested it, won't come off. But that's the hockey stick. I use it for multiple things, like going into that tree. Now, I can also play baseball, diving, soccer, every sport in the world. Now, you wonder who I'm going to pick, right? Doesn't matter. It's 21 minutes, time to take a pick, right? Now, I can pick because I know what a guitar is. There's one right there. Okay, so I'm taking in this one. You need to see what it is, right? It says Florida and Maryland. Let me get out the brackets again. Now, all these fanatics do this all the time. Notice how I don't have a ring on this finger? I used to have one. Now, the girls with the rings are saying, geez, man, why doesn't this guy have a girlfriend? I went to college. Now, if you wanted to go to Florida or Maryland, which one's closer? I don't know. Florida sounds warmer. Even though I wore a Maryland hat for years. Now, if you want a Texas, or Arkansas, which one's hotter? Well, that's a Razorback, but it looks bad. Texas are always mean. That's T for Texas and T for Tennessee. Now, if you wanted to go to Houston or Purdue, my friend graduated from Purdue, and he also worked for the United States government. I'm taking Houston because Kiss has the best concert ever from Houston. Now, if you rode a Kentucky submarine and also almost looked at the Tennessee submarine, which one would you take? I rode Kentucky. That's a ballistic 737 submarine. Now, you come over to the east, right? Which we all live in the east. Most of America lives on the East Coast, no doubt about that. And you don't realize how important Delaware is. The previous president does. And don't forget, Trump never goes to Philadelphia. Not yet. Oh, he'll be there. Now, if you wanted Auburn or Michigan, I've been to Michigan. Those are my initials, MI. I gave a conference speech there. It was insignificant, but it still was one. It ended up being important for the people driving those F-35 planes right now. You know, those are the F-35 fifth generation fighters that you seem insignificant when you work for the United States government in a technical position, but you realize that Michigan State is Tom Izzo, so he'll never lose. Even though Ole Miss is, they're going to miss out. Even though Ole Miss is just a great team. And then Duke has to move on because then they would be a complete failure if they didn't. And BYU, which is just terrible because they're Mormons. right? Don't forget there's polygamy in the world. And when I put down Miss America on one of my things, don't forget Miss America dove out the window. It's terrible. But I have those predictions like prognosticator. Alabama. Why? Because Alabama was also in the Ohio class submarines. So how many submarines were in this class? There was Alabama, which is one of those ballistic submarines. There's Michigan, which is also a ballistic submarine, but I gave a speech there. There's Florida, which I've been to, all the way down. Texas Tech, I just like their name, the Red Raiders. Kentucky, I rode their submarine. And Houston, because they have the best Kiss concert ever. Now, if you wanted to go visit Houston, why would you do that? That's stupid. But I'm going to put it back on my board just to have fun. Now, if you wanted to have the color, and don't forget, I made wishes come true. Oh, yeah. I've performed real miracles. I'm not up in the double digits yet, but I will be. People believe in like real miracles. I've done it before. Don't forget that. Others can't do that. Only special people can do that. The Pope can't do a miracle. The Pope can't do a miracle. Only the small people can do miracles. Now, most people want to be a saint someday. I've already achieved that. It's true. I've already achieved real miracles for other people. Most people can't say that. I'm sure doctors can say it sometimes. Then they realize they had to do it. Now you wonder why my light's not on. I don't know, but you know what this is, right? When you hold your hand up like this, you say, stop, pause, turn around. Any police officer will tell you the same thing. Stop, pause, turn around. What time is it? Which light's brighter? Stop, pause, turn around. Pull out your gun and try and shoot it. Don't forget, if these people have guns, I don't. Now, most people consider the thing down below a gun. Now, you wonder why I would come out with roses? They're not, they're called peace lilies. Now, when you drink one of these and you want to recycle it, you say, what are you going to do with it? This is what I did yesterday when I was waiting for my delivery to come. I made this. So I'm going to put it out and put it back the way it was, because this goes in here. This is what I made yesterday when I was waiting for my delivery, right? Which one do you think fits? It's a good question, right? Whichever one is on the bright side of it. This one has the dagger, right? It looks like it'll fall over, right? It won't. Why? Because you put them both on the same thing. Now they won't fall over. And you say, why did you do that? Now they both have daggers. Why does one go in like that? Now it won't fall over. Why isn't this one going to fall over? Because I'm going to put yellow. I have yellow still the best color. Then I'm looking at all my neighbors' smaller garden beds, but they're still just as nice. I'm looking at them thinking, somebody's got to have red up. What are you going to do with the lights? Toast? Nah, they're going to get light today. So you put them near the window where they think they're going to get light. Watch. This one will come up light. Look, it's magic. It's light. Free. And of course, one more thing, just to have fun. It's a Final Four pick, right? Why do you think I picked the yellow? Because I'm going to go show the roses, which are beautiful right now, but they're not really roses, but they smell. So I'm going to keep my nose down just so I can see them. Because once you pick them, they're gone. You can't replant them. Colder out there. Look, even my neighbors are up early. Now, you wonder why I would pick yellow. They're already dead. Look. Don't forget, it's Lent. Pope's going to die. Probably before Easter. That would be my prediction, even though it's Mormon. I thought he was gone already. That means there's going to be a new papal, when they put up the smoke and the world watches during Easter and say, Pope's alive? He's no longer the leader of the church? Everybody has a church. Now, you wonder why I would pick roses, right? These aren't roses. They're yellow. It looks like it wants to eat it, right? Looks like it's still alive, like it wants water, right? You don't want to put water in these. No. You want to keep things dry. They attract flies. So these are going to stay right here for my next video. I want to say, kiss them goodbye. Look, they're already causing me problems, so I'm going to reject them. Kids don't like that. Makes you sneeze. Cough. Kids when they get the flu. Now, do you not think all those weather people say, oh my God, it's going to be pollen today? Yeah, I know. I just smelt some. NCAA tournament pick. Sweet 16. Who was it? Houston, Florida, Kentucky, Alabama. Those are the ones moving on. You know what my ex-wife told me? Go find somebody else.